They're racing immediately. But a champion becomes a legend. Maccabi Diva wins it again.
Yes, yes, yes. Wins the Everest. Glen Boss wins another big one.
Do you remember the feeling after that final race of hers and then that night? Can you talk us through from your perspective?
All I can remember is like leading up to it, oh, she'll win. You got nothing to worry about. And anyone that said it just feel like knocking them out. Like it was such the furthest from our thoughts and our plan. We just had to just nail it. We owed it to that horse to get it right. And so the race worked out perfectly, which it very rarely does. And she basically just won by default. She had the perfect spot and come up the rise and won, and possibly wasn't the best field she raced against, and it was just utter relief, just absolute relief. And I don't remember much about afterwards. I remember Bruce McAvaney out on the track. We did a post-race interview. I went here, there, and that's very much...
Your feet don't touch the ground, do they?
Yeah, and that night you have drinks with some close friends. You bounce out of bed the next morning after a big day, don't you?
Yeah, of course you do.
And then a couple of days later you're flat. But
What's that adrenaline? It's that...
just a huge roller coaster.
It was such a big event. Like I was riding in Singapore and I come back, and everyone who wasn't riding the Queen Elizabeth that day, all the jockeys, we went and stood on the inside rail. Just to watch the crowd. I said, "Come on, boys! This will be a moment this is the moment you'll tell your grandkids. Come on, boys!" We all went out. I'm getting goosebumps talking about now. Just because I said this is a special moment. You want to be part of it. So all the boys, we all come out there and we stood on the Kenzo track on the inside, took in the crowd, the sign writing in the clouds, but just to watch her and hear that crowd. I'll never forget the noise. It was deafening coming down the straight, and then you come back and it was just. Such a you don't see that. You just don't never see that moments.
I remember watching the race with my husband. We were at the track, and I just cried. And he said, "Why are you crying? She's won." And I said, "It's just like we're never going to see this again."
No.
And then I cried the next day because I partied all night with the Wallers, and I felt like horrific.
Driving the porcelain bus, were you?
I made the mistake of partying with the Wallers that night, but again, that's just one of those occasions where I think I was so privileged to be somehow with you and your mates on that. I remember you walking out with your phone, having just received correspondence from the Queen.
Oh yeah. She brought the world close. That's as simple as that. And there was some pretty touching moments through her career, and all walks of life. You've mentioned one right at the top end of town, but right down the bottom end of the town, there were people turn up at the races that just their life was WINX. And
chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.